This diet is really a lifestyle change. We're going to incorporate a lot of ingredients that we don't usually use. And first of all, we have to talk about the bad news, and that's what to eliminate. We are not going to have sugar or white flour. We won't have any caffeine, no dairy except for 1 cup of yogurt per day, and you want to eat before 8 p.m. If you eat your breakfast late, then you can adjust the time that you eat last in the evening. Okay, so these are some things that are really important to make ahead of time. This diet, if you prepare and plan, it's going to be really easy for you, or a lot easier, but if you don't do that, you'll just be a mess. Okay, so one of the first things that we'll talk about is making a vegetable broth. I'll give you all the recipes and show you how after this. Making your rice ahead of time, hummus, making chicken ahead of time. You get 6 ounces a day, and you can also use other lean meats or tuna fish, something like that. Some lentils and some hot sauce. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to prepare, we have our salsa. I get a cheap bottle for it on Walmart. It's about $2. There's no sugar in it. It's really good for a base. And a can of Rotel. In our food processor, we're going to put 2 Roma tomatoes, some cilantro, add as much as you would like, half of an onion, 2 or 3 jalapenos cut up however you like it, a few cloves of garlic, and a couple tablespoons of lemon juice. Also, when you blend it all up, you might want to add a little salt, some onion powder, and some garlic powder. It's pretty good. You're going to use it in a lot of recipes, and it'll make you feel very satisfied. Okay, for our next recipe, you probably want to double this, but we're going to do it just real quick. We use a can of chickpeas. Leave about 1/4 to 1/3 of the liquid in the beans so it'll mix up well. 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, a few cloves of garlic, and then we want a tablespoon of tahini. 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and once again some salt, onion powder, and garlic powder. The longer you mix it, the smoother it is. Just depends on however you like it. So that's that one. It's pretty easy. Okay, another important thing to make ahead of time is lentils. The brown and the green have more vitamin B, more fiber, more protein. They're actually better than the red lentils. One of the things you can do with lentils, I just cook mine plain in the broth, just enough to cover it for about an hour. Might want to check on them if you need to add more. But you can mix with the lentils, put some of your hot sauce in there. You won't need much more seasoning. You can just smash it up and make it into a soup. This is good to have with your lunch every day. It keeps you really full, and it adds a lot of nutrients and staying power. The other thing is you can use your lentils to add into stir fry, or you can eat them with some rice or whatever you like. You're allowed to have as many as you like. So they're really important to make ahead, and they're pretty good too. We're going to get all of our ingredients for our broth. We have some vegetable greens, some cabbage, some squash. We have a few carrots chopped up, 2 stalks of celery, a few cloves of garlic, and about 4 onions is what you're going to want. You're going to add a little ginger and some sea salt to taste. Also, you add that to 4 cups of boiling water. You let it simmer about an hour, and then you're going to strain out all the vegetables and save the broth. Okay, so in the morning we want to have a hot cup of lemon water. You can also have some green tea in the daytime. And for your breakfast, we have use a cup of unsweetened plain almond milk, 2 tablespoons of flaxseed. I use the milled flaxseed. Half a cup of frozen fruit, frozen berries, whatever you want, and a half a banana. You can also add rice protein powder to that shake. I eat my banana separately. That's how I prefer it, but you can mix it all together if you like. Okay, now we're going to throw together some lunch, and you can see why it's important to prepare things ahead of time. It might take you an hour and a half or so to make everything, but then you're good for about a week or so, 5 days maybe, just because you want to cut up some of your vegetables after a few days, get some more. Okay, so we're going to just start with a little bit of chicken. I'm going to use 3 ounces. You can get 6 ounces a day. And I have a little bit of rice. We get a half a cup of rice a day, brown rice, and I'm going to use a 1/4 cup. I like to split up my meat and rice servings. Add some coarsely cut onions. It really is good. Makes it crunchy and has a lot of flavor. Add in some celery. There's many things you can add. These are just some of the things I found easy. And even a little squash. Some of these things I thought I didn't like, but once I started using them, I thought it's really yum. Okay, you can use olive oil. You can also use balsamic vinegar. I'm not going to use either of those. I'm going to use a little salsa. Just stick it right in there. Right around the end, I'm going to add in some cabbage, just to keep it crunchy, not wilted or heated up too much. It's pretty good. And just stir that around. It just takes a few minutes. If you work, you might want to prepare this at night, but not a whole bunch at one time because it will get soggy if you're trying to do it for days. So I'm going to put this on my plate. You can have as many vegetables that you would like every day. So the more vegetables you add, the more food you get to eat. You can have some lentil soup with your lunch. Put in a little bit of hummus. You need to have a cup a day of yogurt, and I like to split it up also. And there went my avocado. Some cucumbers. And you can have about 1/4 of an avocado every day, which also helps keep you really full, and it's good for you. Just not too much because they are high in fat. So this will be a sample lunch. You can have a bowl of lentil soup and avocado, hummus, some of your yogurt, hot sauce, cucumbers, and this can really be as big as you like. It just you just limit your rice and your chicken, and Aaron likes it. You want some? You want some? What's your favorite? Get that binky out. You want it? It's good. And we also want to talk about snack time. You may have some hummus, a handful of nuts, maybe almonds or something. It's good to take some celery or whatever to eat your hummus. And in the evening, you might want to make just for the first week. Something basically the same. You can mix and match your your vegetables, and don't forget to add in your chicken and your rice. Also, every day you need to take a multivitamin, and make sure no coffee.